Hey everyone, how are you? How's everything going? It's Friday. Yay, it's Friday. It's a beautiful day. I'm about to go step out and get some fresh air, some sunny D. But of course I couldn't leave without bringing y'all Flashback Friday. This is going to be the last Flashback Friday for a while because next Friday I'll be starting my top 5. My top 5 Fridays. Don't worry, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, it's just just a way for y'all to get to know me a little bit more on what I like, what I think is good. Okay? But yeah, I hope that everyone had a great week and that you're about to step into an even greater weekend. I have to go to work tonight, so but I don't go in until 9:30, so I'm straight. At least I get to enjoy the day, right? Yep, yep. So let's get into it. Flashback Friday. My favorite books growing up. Okay. I'm gonna bring y'all from early childhood to what I read now. But okay, when I was little, I told y'all already that I was a big ass bookworm. Still was. Wait, how can you say that? Always have been, always will. One thing I am certain of is my love for books. Plant me in a library or a bookstore, and that'll be the happiest day of my life. But anyway, yeah, my favorite books growing up. Let me see. When I was younger, like school age, I was an advanced reader too. So at first, I started off with, Dr. Seuss and stuff. I wasn't too much of a fan of like Walt Disney and stuff, but like some of them Mickey Mouse books. But yeah, Dr. Seuss was my fan favorite. I love Dr. Seuss books. Green Eggs and Ham and How the Grinch Stole Christmas were my two favorite books. And of course, Cat in the Hat, One Fish, Blue Fish, Red Fish, Blue Fish. I could never say that right. I remember that being one of my sister's favorite books when she was little. But yeah, Green Eggs and Ham and How the Grinch Stole Christmas. That was my favorite. I just used to be drawn to the illustrations. But yeah. Um so that used to be one of my favorites. Then I started getting, it's like I skipped all the other books around that time for that certain age and started reading advanced and reading all types of newspapers and comic books. And, you know, uh, my Aunt Isabel used to bring me Archie comic books. So I used to read that. And my Uncle Tommy used to bring me Spider-Man and all the Marvel comics. And I used to have quite a bit of collection, but I didn't know how to treat it because I was coloring in them and everything with a marker. But yeah, because my favorite comic book was Cloak and Dagger. I just, I love them. And I wish I could find if somebody can hit me up and let me know where I can find those rare comics of Cloak and Dagger, it will be greatly appreciated. But it can't be real far. 'Cause you can either tell me it's in New Jersey or in Oklahoma where I'm at, or I'll go as far as south as Texas. But that's it. I'm not going to California or Florida for those books. I mean, you can order them online. What I'm tripping for. But anyway, to continue. Yeah, I started reading a little bit more complex books. So by the time I was 7 and 8, I'm reading Babysitter's Club. Now that series, I love that series. Like that's one of my favorite series. I'll still read them. Babysitter's Club series, and then I moved on to Sweet Valley High. I'm still looking for those books. Sweet Valley High. Those were my absolute favorite. My absolute favorite. Then you had the Judy Blume books. You know, my favorite one was Freckle Juice. I used to read that over and over. Freckle Juice. And then, the Beverly Cleary books, Ramona and Beezus, and all of those and stuff. And I used to love Ramona because I felt like I could relate to her on some type of level. But yeah, those were my favorite books growing up. And then I started transitioning into magazines, and then I just jumped full on to like autobiographies and stuff, and what else? Uh Reading newspapers and not just the comic not just the comic section, reading newspapers and reading magazines and stuff. And I remember my mom used to have Cosmopolitan magazines, and this magazine called First. It was like a women's magazine, and she used to get it all the time, and I used to just love reading it, going through it. And then they have the short stories in there, and I would read it. But I loved reading books. I just started like the same Aunt Isabel would bring me the romance books, like them Harlequin romance books. Yeah, I used to love those. Read them. I loved all the romance um, books. It had to be Harlequin, and I think it was another one, Kensington Romance or something like that. But yeah, but I had an autobiography of well, it wasn't an autobiography, but it was a book biography about Diana Ross, and it was so good. And then I got in trouble, and my mom threw it away. She got rid of it because she knew that that would hurt me. Like, you take books away to hurt me, to punish me. I really learned my lesson then. You couldn't punish me by telling me I couldn't go outside, because that was nothing. That I'm like, okay, I don't like to go outside anyway, until I started going boy crazy. But anyway, that's another story. But yeah, she made sure she threw it away while I was away at school. And I came home looking for it, and it was gone. And I was upset about that. By the way, Mom, because I know you'll be watching, I'm still upset about that book. It was really good, and I ain't finished it. Yeah, I used to read those, and then I went from Harlequin romance to just romance in general. Then I started getting into the raunchy stuff, and then I was fully like hooked on whatever black author I could get my hands on. Zane, um, uh, what's that? Eric Jerome Dickey, uh, Allison Hobbs, um, all of them. And that's what I'm still hooked on today. Like all those, like black actors. And now I just started getting back into auto biographies, because so far, I know I showed y'all some weeks back, like last month sometime, that I had Mariah Carey's book. But since then, I also I purchased Jessica Simpson's book, Open Book. That's the name of her book. And I have so much respect for both of these ladies. Like, it opened my eyes to a lot of things. And open book actually has helped me in these past couple of weeks in discovering things about myself and knowing that I don't have to put up with less than what I deserve. So yeah, these were my favorite books, and I'm pretty sure there were probably more, but that's what I was doing mostly anyway. Growing up was reading. You will always find me reading. And like I said, my grandma used to get mad because I would stay in the house instead of going outside with everybody else, and they literally had to push me to go outside, like yell at me. But yeah. And I know some of y'all know about them Beverly Cleary and Judy Blume books, because those was the shits back in the day. Mm-hmm. Yep. And FYI, I used to read um the Scholastic News thing in school. Yes, from front to back. Sad, right? That's how much I want to read. But that's why my ass is so smart now. I take in a lot of information. But okay, guys, I ran over my time, but I'm about to make me some lunch and then hit the streets. But y'all take care. I love y'all. Y'all have a great, wonderful weekend. Be safe, be peaceful, be healthy, be happy, be positive. And I will see y'all back on Monday. Love y'all. Take care. God bless.